Unofficial translation, Excise Duty Rules, 2059, 2002, date of Royal Seal and Publication Amendment March 24, 2059, July 8, 2002, 1. Excise Duty, First Amendment, Rules, 2059 September 22, 2055, January 6, 2003, 2. Excise Duty, Second Amendment, Rules, 2060 April 1, 2060, July 16, 2003, 3. Excise Duty, Third Amendment, Rules, 2061 April 1, 2061, July 16, 2004, 4. Excise Duty, Fourth Amendment, Rules, 2062 April 1, 2062, July 16, 2005, 5. Excise Duty, Fifth Amendment, Rules, 2062 October 1, 2062, January 14, 2006, 6. Excise Duty, Sixth Amendment, Rules, 2063 March 28, 2063, July 12, 2006, 7. Excise Duty, Seventh Amendment, Rules, 2064 March 28, 2064, July 12, 2007, 8. Excise Duty, Eighth Amendment, Rules, 2064 June 3, 2064, September 20, 2007, 9. Excise Duty, Ninth Amendment, Rules 2065 June 3, 2065, September 19, 2008, 10. Excise Duty, 10th Amendment, Rules, 2066 March 29, 2066, July 13, 2009, 11. Excise Duty, 11th Amendment, Rules, 2067 August 4, 2067, November 20, 2010, 12. Excise Duty, 12th Amendment, Rules, 2068 March 31, 2068, July 15, 2011, 113. Excise Duty, 13th Amendment, Rules, 2070-14. Excise Duty, 14th Amendment, Rules, 2071-15. Excise Duty, 15th Amendment, Rules, 2072-16. Excise Duty, 16th Amendment, Rules, 2073-17. Excise Duty, 17th Amendment, Rules, 2074-18. Excise Duty, 18th Amendment, Rules, 2075-19. Excise Duty, 19th Amendment, Rules, 2076-20. Excise Duty, 20th Amendment, Rules, 2076-21. Excise Duty, 21 Amendment, Rules, 2077, Unofficial Translation, March 30, 2070, July 14, 2013, March 29, 2071, July 13, 2014, March 29, 2072, July 14, 2015, June 20, 2073, October 6, 2016, April 10, 2074, July 25, 2017, February 22, 2075, June 5, 2018, February 15, 2076, May 29, 2019, July 25, 2076, November 11, 2019, February 15, 2077, May 28, 2020, in exercise of the powers conferred by Section 25 of the Excise Duty Act, 2058, 2002, Government of Nepal has framed the following rules. Chapter 1 Preliminary 1. Short title and commencement. 1. These rules may be called as Excise Duty Rules, 2059, 2002. 2. These rules shall come into force immediately. 2 definitions, unless the subject or the context otherwise requires, in these rules, a. Act means the Excise Duty Act, 2058, 2002. 2. Unofficial translation. B. Licensee means the person, firm, company, or organization having obtained license, pursuant to Rule 4, to produce, import, sell or store excisable goods or to render excisable services. C. Go down means the place where the excisable goods are stored. D. Office means the office established under the department, and this term also includes any office designated by Government of Nepal for the purpose of recovering excise duty. E. Excise duty return means the details regarding the transaction of excisable goods and services to be submitted each month by licensee liable to recover and deposit the excise duty. Chapter 2 Provisions relating to License. 3. Application to be filed for license. For obtaining a license pursuant to subsection 1 of Section 9 of the Act, an application shall be filed in the format as set forth in Schedule 1 along with the proof of deposit of the license fee as set forth in Schedule 2, to the excise duty officer. For license to be issued, the excise duty officer, upon examining the application received pursuant to Rule 3, if finds the request for license reasonable, may issue the license containing the terms and conditions to such applicant, in the format as set forth in Schedule 3. 5. Renewal of license. 1. If the licensee intends to renew their license, an application for such renewal shall be filed in the format as set forth in Schedule 1 along with the removed by 11th Amendment added by 9th Amendment. Amended by 9th Amendment. 3. Unofficial translation. Proof of deposit of renewal fee as set forth in Schedule 2, to the excise duty officer. 2. The excise duty officer, upon necessary examination of the application received pursuant to subsection 1, shall renew the license upon finding that no dues are pending, and it is reasonable to renew such license. 5. A provision regarding cancellation of license. 1. If a licensee stops the transaction of excisable goods and services or the license has to be cancelled because of the death of the licensee, an application for cancellation of license may be filed by the licensee in case of stopping the transaction and by their beneficiary in case of licensee's death. 2. If the excise duty officer, upon carrying out necessary examination of the application received under subsection 1, finds it reasonable to cancel the license, may do so after recovering the pending excise duty amount, fine. 3. The applicant shall be notified about the cancellation of license pursuant to subsection 2, within 30 days. 4. Upon carrying out examination pursuant to subsection 2, if it is found that the license need not be cancelled, such information shall be notified to the applicant within 30 days. 5. The licensee shall file the excise duty return on a monthly basis until the licensee receives the notice regarding cancellation of the license pursuant to subsection 3. 6. The information regarding the cancellation of license pursuant to this rule shall also be provided to the Department of Industries, Office of Company Registrar or other concerned authorities. Added by 9th Amendment added by 11th Amendment. 4. Unofficial translation. Chapter 3 Provisions relating to recovery of excise duty. 6. Process of levying excise duty. 1. The removal of alcohol, spirit, molasses, kudo, and beer shall be allowed under physical control system such that excise duty is levied and recovered at the time of removal after production. 2. Any excisable goods and services other than those in subsection 1, shall be allowed to be removed under self-removal system. 2a, notwithstanding anything contained in sub-rule 1, and 2, cigarette, tobacco, surti, kaini, gutka, pan masala with or without nicotine or other similar tobacco products shall be allowed to be removed only upon depositing the excise duty amount applicable on the removal and getting the requisition form approved. 3. In case of goods under physical control system, on which excise duty is levied and collected at the time of removal, the excise duty officer shall calculate the total production of the producer in that financial year and the excise duty amount to be paid on such production and require the producer to make advance deposit of such amount. If the amount so deposited is less than the amount payable as excise duty, then the excise duty officer may require the producer to deposit the shortfall amount and refund the excess amount. 4. In case of goods and services to be removed under self-removal system, the excise duty shall be deposited pursuant to Section 3 of the Act upon recovering it as per the invoice set forth in Schedule 13. 5. The goods under physical control system shall be removed by issuing the invoice as set forth in Schedule 13 even after getting the requisition form approved. Added by the Finance Act 2075, 2018. Amended by 15th Amendment, added by the 13th Amendment, added by the 15th Amendment, removed by 11th Amendment. 5. Unofficial translation, 6a. Power of excise duty officer to assess excise duty. 1. While assessing the excise duty pursuant to subsection 1 of Section 10, the excise duty officer shall issue the excise duty assessment order in the format as set forth in Schedule 4a. 2. Excise duty officer shall issue final excise duty assessment order as per Schedule 4b upon examining the evidences and responses submitted, within the time limit as per subsection 2 of Section 10d of the Act, in relation to the assessment order issued under sub-rule 1. The delay fee pursuant to subsection 2 of Section 4 of the Act until the date of issuance of excise duty assessment order shall be included in such order. 3. The excise duty, delay fee, and fine amounts as per the excise duty assessment order issued pursuant to sub-rule 2 shall be deposited at the concerned office by the concerned person within 7 days of receiving such order. 6b. Procedure of serving notice of excise duty assessment order. 1. Notwithstanding anything contained in the prevailing laws, while serving notice of excise duty assessment order pursuant to Rule 6a to the licensee by the excise duty officer, the notice may be served by handing it to such person or delivering it to the address of such person via telefax, telex, or similar electronic medium, or submit it to their workplace or send via registered post to their address. The notice so served shall be deemed as duly served. 2. If the notice of excise duty assessment order cannot be served pursuant to sub-rule 1, the excise duty officer may notify such person by broadcasting or publishing such notice via radio, television, or national newspaper, and it shall be deemed that such person received the notice upon such broadcast or publication. Added by 9th Amendment. Added by 9th Amendment. 6. Unofficial translation, 6c. Assessment and recovery of excise duty collected without license. If any person collects excise duty or any other amount in the name of excise duty without obtaining a license, the excise duty so collected shall be recovered upon assessment pursuant to Rule 6a. 6d. Period for assessment of excise duty. While calculating the period under the proviso of subsection 1 of Section 10d of the Act, in cases where order to hold the license has been issued on the petition filed at any court regarding excise duty, the period shall be calculated by deducting the time taken until the decision is made. 7. Power to recover due and outstanding excise duty. In cases where it appears that any person has paid less than the amount of excise duty payable by such person for excisable goods or services pursuant to the Act and these rules, the excise duty officer may recover due and outstanding amount of excise duty from them. 8. To sell goods in stock in the event of cancellation of license. In case of the goods remaining in stock in the godown at the time of cancellation of the license pursuant to the Act and these rules, they may be sold upon obtaining permission of the department and paying the excise duty due. In cases where the due excise duty is not paid to the department may auction sell such goods and collect the due excise duty from the proceeds of the sale and refund the surplus amount, if any, to the concerned person. Chapter 4. Provisions relating to withhold, auction and forfeiture of property. 9. Power to withhold the property. 1. In cases where the excise duty officer or any employee deputed by such officer finds any person evading excise duty by taking away excisable goods by removing it from the place of production or importing it from. Added by 9th Amendment. Added by 9th Amendment. 7. Unofficial translation, foreign country. The excise duty officer may withhold such property, goods, such that it cannot be taken away. 2. in cases where any person does not pay the excise duty payable under the Act and these rules within the time limit, the excise duty officer may withhold the property of such person. 3. In order to have the goods or property, which the excise duty officer has withheld pursuant to sub-rules, 1, and 2, so withheld that it is incapable of being sold or distributed or that title to it cannot be transferred in any other manner, excise duty officer shall make a request in writing to the concerned office to so withhold the goods or property. In cases where such a request in writing is received, it shall be the duty of the concerned office to withhold such goods or property. 10 Provisions relating to auction sale. 1. In cases where it appears that the goods or property withheld pursuant to Section 17 of the Act can be damaged or destroyed due to rusting or other reason, or perished if held in control for a long time, or the value may be diminished by reason of such goods or property getting old, or are left without control, or cannot be kept or protected due to lack of space, such goods or property may be auctioned sold by affixing the auction notice to the notice board of the office, and giving a time limit of 7 days in maximum, taking into account of the condition and nature of such goods or property. 2. In making auction sale pursuant to sub-rule, 1, it shall be made in presence of one representative of the local body in the place where the goods subject to auction sale is situated, or one employee of nearby governmental office and the concerned person, and as far as possible, the concerned person or his/her one representative. 3. In making auction sale of the goods or property to be sold by auction pursuant to sub-rule, 1, it shall be auctioned through bidding, by fixing the minimum amended by 10th Amendment 8, unofficial translation, value of the goods or property on the basis of the prevailing market value of such goods or property. 11 Power to forfeit goods or property. 1. If it is proved that an excisable goods has been taken away by removing from the place of production or by importing from the foreign country without paying the applicable excise duty, the excise duty officer may take such goods in control and forfeit such goods. 2. 3. In cases where any person is found producing, importing, selling, or storing excisable goods or rendering excisable services by preparing false account or forged documents, excise duty officer may forfeit all the goods related to it. 4. In cases where any person conceals, hides, or evades the payable excise duty, the excise duty officer may forfeit the goods related to it and the manufacturing equipment, as well. 5. The excise duty officer shall, prior to forfeiting the goods taken under control, issue a 7-day notice to the concerned person to submit evidence indicating reasons, if any, for not forfeiting it. Chapter 5 Functions, Duties, and Powers of Excise Duty Officer and Licensee. 12. Functions, Duties, and Powers of Excise Duty Officer. 1. The functions, duties, and powers of the excise duty officer shall be as follows. A. When the excisable goods stored in the godown are being taken out for sale, distribution, or transport, to cause to take out such goods in his/her presence and get an inventory thereof maintained in the place of production of the enterprise, removed by 9th Amendment. 9. Unofficial translation. B. To submit to the Department, as requested, reports on the production, or sale, and distribution of excisable goods or quantity of goods in the godown and the excise duty recovered therefrom, or on other matters as requested by the Department. C. To get statements of production or sale and distribution of the excisable goods maintained in the daily register as set forth in Schedule 4. D. In cases where the excisable goods are imported from a customs point, to set it down in the daily register clearly indicating the name of the importing licensee, quantity and value of the goods imported. E. To inspect from time to time as to whether the licensee has fulfilled or not the functions and duties required to be fulfilled pursuant to Rule 13. E1. Supervise the entity producing excisable goods on a monthly basis and assess the excise duty. F. To carry out such other functions as may be prescribed by the Department in the course of fulfilling duties by the excise duty officer under these rules. 2. In the case of the excisable goods removed by the licensee oneself under the self-removal system, the excise duty officer shall examine and certify the accounts and details of the licensee, by following the procedures prescribed by the Department. 13 Functions and duties of the licensee. 1. The functions and duties of the licensee producing the excisable goods shall be as follows: a. To file the returns and details required to be filed as per these rules in the format prescribed by the department to the excise duty officer, after removal of goods in case of goods and after added by Third Amendment amended by Seventh Amendment. 10. Unofficial translation, issuance of invoice in case of services, within 25 days of the next month of the month of removal or issuance of invoice. b. To maintain records of the goods produced and sold and distributed in the daily register and show the register to the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer, in the course of inspection. c. To get the sample of the goods produced certified by the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer and to send it to the office. d. To get the details of the goods in the go-down certified by the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer and to retain a proof thereof. 2. The functions and duties of the licensee providing the excisable services shall be as follows: a. To maintain invoice of the services delivered and its accounts daily. b. To keep the proof of purchase or purchase invoice of the excisable goods used in the course of providing excisable services. c. To make available the documents referred to in clause a, as and when required by the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer. 3. The functions and duties of the licensee importing excisable goods shall be as follows: a. To submit the purchase invoice to the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer, in cases where the excisable goods is imported. b. To submit the specific details of the goods, heading of classification of goods for the purposes of customs, per unit price and quantity of each goods to the excise duty officer, in amended by Sixth Amendment. 11. Unofficial translation, cases where the excisable goods imported through letter of credit. 4. The licensee has to keep the license obtained at the place of his/her transactions in a manner conspicuous to all. 5. Chapter 5A Provision relating to recording of transaction. 13a. Record to be maintained. 1. A licensee shall maintain a record of the following documents and details for the purpose of the Act and these rules: a. Accounts as per Schedule 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9a and their details by licensed producer of cigarette. b. Accounts as per Schedule 4, 9a, 10, 11, and 12, forms and their details by licensed producer of alcohol, spirit, molasses, and beer. c. Purchase and sales book as per Schedule 4C and D4D by all licensee required to file excise duty returns. d. Invoices issued and received by oneself. e. Record relating to business, accounts, cash receipt, and payment. f. All documents relating to imports and exports done by oneself. g. Other documents as prescribed by the department. 2. Notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 1, the department may prescribe additional records to be maintained by any industry or particular business. 3. The licensee may maintain the records as required to be maintained under this rule in computer or similar other instrumental system upon obtaining approval of the department, in the manner prescribed by the department. Removed by Sixth Amendment. Added by Ninth Amendment. 12. Unofficial translation. 4. The excise duty officer may look into the records maintained by the licensee as per this rule at any time during the time of transaction or office hours. 5. It shall be the duty of the licensee to make available the documents and details required by the excise duty officer in the course of examination of records pursuant to sub-rule 4, and arrange employees for necessary cooperation. 13b Provision relating to certification of accounts. The accounts maintained pursuant to subsection 2 of Section 10b of the Act have to be certified by the excise duty officer prior to the transaction. 13c Excise return to be filed by licensee. the licensee having the responsibility to collect and deposit excise duty shall file the excise duty return of 1 month to the excise duty officer in the format as set forth in 1 Schedule 4E for enterprises with self-removal system other than tobacco products and in the format as set forth in Schedule 4F for enterprises of tobacco product and enterprises with physical control system within 25 days of the next month of the Bikram Sambat calendar. 1.3d Power to require filing of excise duty return, in case of death of the licensee or failure to file the excise duty return due to physical or mental incapacity, it shall be deemed that such person carried out the excisable transaction until the day before the death or such incapacitation, and the excise duty officer may require the beneficiary or legal representative of such licensee to file the excise duty return for that month. 1.3e Provision relating to refund of excise duty. 1. For the purpose of obtaining refund of excise duty pursuant to subsection 5 of Section 3b of the Act, an application shall be filed to the excise duty officer in the format as prescribed by the Inland Revenue Department. 2. The documents proving export as prescribed by the department shall be submitted along with the application pursuant to Sub-Rule 1. 1 amended by 21 Amendment added by the 15th Amendment 13. Unofficial translation. 3. If the excise duty amount to be refunded pursuant to subsection 6 of Section 3b exceeds 20,000 rupees, the payment shall be made via check to be deposited in the bank account of the concerned person. Chapter 6 Special Provisions relating to cigarette and bidi. 14. Production, sale, and distribution of cigarette. The licensee who produces cigarette shall do following activities: a. To maintain account of raw and crude tobacco, to maintain accounts and details of all kinds of local and foreign tobacco brought in the enterprise for making cigarettes, in the format as set forth in Schedule 5, and get the same certified by the excise duty officer deputed to the enterprise or the employee deputed by such officer. b. To maintain accounts of consumption of tobacco, to maintain accounts of the tobacco used to make cigarettes, in the format as set forth in Schedule 6 and get the same examined and certified daily by the excise duty officer deputed to the enterprise or the employee deputed by such officer. c. To set out proportion of tobacco in cigarettes, to obtain approval from the department on the proportion of local and foreign tobacco to be used in making various kinds of cigarettes. d. To pack prepared cigarettes in packets, to examine the prepared and sellable cigarettes, pack them well in packets, and not to bring the cigarettes back to the factory once removed from the godown for sale, without permission of the excise duty officer. e. To pack cigarette packets, to seal the packets of cigarettes prepared in a large paper and clearly mention the number of cigarette packets added by 11th Amendment. 14. Unofficial translation, sealed daily, serial number and the date of seal thereof, in the format as set forth in Schedule 7, and to maintain the accounts of the cigarettes stored in the godown in the format as set forth in Schedule 8. f. Mode of taking cigarettes out of godown. For the purpose of taking the cigarette out of the godown to sell it, the form as set forth in Schedule 9 has to be filled up and submitted to the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer, and upon examination and receiving the permission for removal of the cigarettes from them, maintain description thereof. 1.4 A department may prescribe rate of output recovery, Pertilabdi, for cigarettes and quid of tobacco, bidi. Notwithstanding anything contained elsewhere in these rules, department may prescribe the rate output recovery of production, Pertilabdi, of cigarettes and quid of tobacco. 2. If the department has not prescribed the rate of output recovery pursuant to Sub-Rule 1, then the department may, upon examination, validate rate of output recovery presented by the licensee producing cigarettes and quid of tobacco. 15. Production, sale, and distribution of quid of tobacco, bidi. 1. Licensee producing quid of tobacco, bidi, shall produce, sell, and distribute quid of tobacco, bidi, by maintaining record of the raw tobacco used for production. 2. Prior to sale of quid of tobacco upon production pursuant to Sub-Rule 1, the removal shall be done only upon getting the requisition form for removal as set forth in Schedule 9 approved from excise duty officer or an employee designated by such officer. Added by 9th Amendment. Amended by 9th Amendment. 15. Unofficial Translation, Chapter 7 Special Provisions relating to liquors. 16. Production of liquors. 1. The licensee who produces liquors shall produce liquors only from the mixture, blending, of spirits produced from the patent steel plant. 2. The licensee producing liquors shall produce and seal in the bottle beer, wine, and liquors of 25, 30, 40 up strength in the quantity as prescribed by the department. 3. The licensee producing liquors shall sell the liquors of 70 up strength, produced by the licensee, in a PET bottle of 300 ml or in a sealed bottle as prescribed by the department. 4. During the production of wine, fermentation shall be done in patent steel tank or wooden container, viat. 5. Provision of Sub-Rule 4, shall be effective from BISAC 1, 2076. 17. Protection of raw materials. The licensee who produces liquors shall make appropriate arrangement for proper protection of the raw materials including molasses and spirit. In cases where any loss and damage are resulted from the failure to arrange for proper protection of such raw materials, the revenue chargeable as per the highest rate of the liquors produced by the licensee shall be recovered from such licensee. 18. To mention batch and serial number. 1. After the process of production of liquors has been completed, a label mentioning the batch number, serial number, date of production, name of the licensee producing liquors, trademark, and the strength shall be put on each bottle, and then, it has to be sent to the godown. Amended by 4th Amendment. Added by 9th Amendment. Added by 18th Amendment. Amended by 7th Amendment. 16. Unofficial Translation. 2. Batch control book in the format as set forth in Schedule 9A shall be maintained upon certification while sending liquors to go down pursuant to Sub-Rule 1. 19. To maintain records about wash. 1. The licensee producing liquors shall maintain inventory clearly reflecting details including raw materials used, quantity of water used in fermentation for preparing wash. 2. The licensee producing liquors shall, prior to putting the wash prepared for distillation into the distillation plant, maintain inventory of the quantity and vat number of the wash to be distilled, and give information thereof to the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer. 20. Entry into distillery or brewery without permission not allowed. Unconcerned person other than the workers of a distillery or brewery shall not be allowed to enter into the place where liquors are produced or kept in the distillery or brewery, except with permission of the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer. 21. To maintain inspection book. The licensee producing liquors has to maintain an inspection book as prescribed by the department in the distillery or brewery. The excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer shall, while inspecting the distillery or brewery, mention in the inspection book all matters including the date and time of inspection and the errors, if any, found in the process of making liquors. 22. To maintain records of liquors. 1. The licensee producing liquors shall prepare details, in the format as set forth in Schedule 10, indicating the quantity and strength of the liquors distilled from the wash and an inventory of the sale of liquors and excise duty to be collected therefrom, in the format as set forth in Schedule 11. 2. The licensee producing liquors shall maintain records of grains and fruits used to make liquors, enter details of how much liquors have been produced therefrom and get the same certified by the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer. 17. 3. Unofficial Translation. 23. Remission of shortfall stock. 1. In cases where there has been shortfall in the stock of liquor up to 1% because of evaporation or obscuration or leakage or bottling, the licensee producing liquor shall submit for remission by stating such shortfall in the monthly returns to excise duty officer. 2. Excise duty officer shall examine the returns submitted pursuant to Sub-Rule 1, within 30 days. 3. While examining pursuant to Sub-Rule 2, if there is reasonable reason for shortfall in the stock, the excise duty officer may grant remission up to 1% by clearly mentioning the basis for such remission. 4. 4a. 5. 23A.2 Remission of shortfall stock of beer. 1. If there is shortfall of stock of the crown cork because of breakage or damage, such that it cannot be used in a bottle, during pasteurization, packaging or storing in the godown, the licensee producing beer shall submit for remission by stating such shortfall in the monthly returns in the format prescribed by the department to the excise duty officer. 2. Excise duty officer shall examine the returns submitted pursuant to sub-rule 1, within 30 days. While examining pursuant to sub-rule 1, the excise duty officer may remove by 6th Amendment. Amended by 2nd Amendment. Amended by 16th Amendment. Removed by 6th Amendment. Removed by 7th Amendment. Added by 9th Amendment. 2. Amended by 21 Amendment. Amended by 16th Amendment. 18. Unofficial translation, grant remission, not more than 2% upon physical examination of the beer broken or damaged during pasteurization, packaging or storing in the godown. 323B Approval needed for reprocessing of old liquor. Licensee willing to produce the liquor by reprocessing prepared old liquor upon return after sale and distribution or remaining in godown may reprocess such old liquor after having obtained prior approval from the department. Chapter 8 Special Provisions relating to loaf sugar and molasses. 24. To store safely, sugar or cannery mill shall, in storing the molasses produced by it, make proper provision for protection including protection against water of the such molasses, and sell the same on the recommendation of the office. In cases where any loss and damage results from failure to make provision of such proper protection, the excise duty leviable on such molasses shall not be remitted. 25. To maintain records of production and sale. After producing loaf sugar or molasses, the sugar or cannery mill has to update the accounts of the sale of such production daily in the format as set forth in Schedule 12, and submit a report thereof to the office monthly. 25A To bring spirit and ethanol in other use. 1. Licensee while producing denatured spirit with an objective to bring the spirit in use for other purposes, shall produce denatured spirit by mixing at least 0.02% pyridine or colchicine or methyl alcohol by volume in rectified or head spirit upon approval of the concerned Inland Revenue Office. Department may issue a direction to the licensee to color such mixture as needed. Inland Revenue Office while providing approval for producing denatured spirit from rectified spirit, shall provide approval only if the excise duty to be recovered from rectified spirit is not diminished. 3. Added by 21 Amendment. Added by 2nd Amendment. 19. Unofficial translation. 2. Licensee shall sell the anhydrous alcohol produced for the purpose of mixing with petrol only to Nepal Oil Corporation or entity that has obtained approval from Government of Nepal. Approval of Inland Revenue Office shall be obtained while removing such goods from the entity for sale and distribution. Inland Revenue Office shall provide approval for removal with a condition that at least 2% petrol should be mixed in such goods. 3. Department may control import, production, sale, and distribution of raw material for liquors including molasses, rectified spirit, ENA, malt spirit and denatured spirit by prescribing the process. Chapter 9 Miscellaneous. 26. Power to examine stock. The office may depute an employee at any time to examine the stock of raw materials, semi-finished substances or goods and finished, final, substances or goods relating to excisable goods of the licensee. It shall be the duty of the licensee to allow such employee to examine the stock. The office shall send a report of details of such examination to the department. 27. Licensee to give information of accident. Licensee shall inform the concerned excise duty officer or the department of any kind of accident that occurs at the place of production as soon as possible. In cases where the licensee does not give such information, licensee shall bear the excise duty loss and damages caused to Government of Nepal due to such accident. Provided that if there was accident while transporting excisable goods or substances from one place to another place by the licensee, and if such goods were insured, and compensation was received, then the licensee shall not bear the loss and damages of excise duty borne by the Government of Nepal to the extent of the amount received as compensation from insurer. Added by 7th Amendment. 20. Unofficial translation, 28. Notice to be given to close enterprise. 1. In cases where any enterprise is to be closed for any reason, the concerned excise duty officer and the department shall be notified of such closure in writing, clearly setting out the reasons therefor, in advance of at least 3 days of such closure. Deleted clause by 21th Amendment. 2. In cases where the department receives information referred to in sub-rule 1, the department may, if it thinks necessary, order the concerned person to keep on operating the enterprise. 29. To set out price. 1. The licensee producing and importing liquor, beer, cigarette, surdi, kaini, gutka, pan masala with or without and similar other tobacco products shall make public the selling price to his/her distributor, wholesaler, and retailer and shall indicate the maximum retail price in the goods produced by him/her. 2. In cases the licensee pursuant to sub-rule 1, requires to change the shape or quality standard or produce a new brand, such licensee shall obtain the prior approval of the department and all the due and payable revenues shall be paid up prior to producing such a new brand. 29A. Invoice to be raised for sale of service. Invoice shall be raised for sale of service pursuant to subsection 1 of Section 3 of the Act, in the format as set forth in Schedule 1-3. 29B. Use of excise sticker. 1. Excise sticker shall be used in the prescribed manner in excisable goods produced or imported in Nepal that are prescribed by the Department. Amended by 6th Amendment. Added by the 13th. Added by 5th Amendment. Added by 4th Amendment. 21. Unofficial translation, 29C. Transparent plastic cover, shrink cap, to be used, enterprise producing liquor shall use. Transparent plastic cover, shrink cap, to protect the excise duty sticker in bottles of liquor, except beer, wine, and cider. 30. Imposition of excise duty sticker fee. 1. Excise duty sticker shall be affixed in the liquor and tobacco products produced and imported within Nepal at the time of storing upon production or import. 2. Notwithstanding anything contained in sub-rule 1, Department shall prescribe enterprise producing beer to bottle the final prepared beer by permanently fixed pipe with auto filter having the capacity of disseminating electric information, which has been sealed by the department or office. For UPO and bottling, enterprise shall affix excise duty sticker as prescribed by the department in cap of every bottle or in cartoon and store in godown. 2A. Excise duty sticker shall be affixed, as prescribed by the department, in every packs of cigar and every packet, pack, or packing of surdi, kaini, gutka, pan masala with or without nicotine and similar other tobacco products to be kept in mouth. 3. Excise duty sticker to be affixed as per sub-rule 1, 2, and 2A, shall be purchased from Inland Revenue Office or Taxpayers Service Office by paying fee as prescribed by the department. Excisable goods shall be sold upon affixing such sticker as prescribed by the department. 4. On the right side of the tax board, license symbol, sticker, provided by the office shall be affixed in a manner conspicuous to all. Removed by 18th Amendment. Amended by 2nd Amendment. Amended by 4th Amendment. 4. Amended by 21 Amendment. Added by 12th Amendment. Amended by 13th Amendment. Added by 5th Amendment. 22. Unofficial translation. 5. If the excise duty sticker provided to enterprise is torn, damaged, or is less during the course of use, office shall replace such excise duty sticker on the basis of certification of such loss or damage upon physical examination by the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer. The concerned office shall destroy such torn and damaged excise duty stickers based on the statement, Muchulka, as per the process prescribed by the department. 30. Destroy the excise duty sticker. 1. A committee, as follows, shall be constituted to destroy the excise duty sticker in stock in the department that are not in the condition to be used. A. Director of Department appointed by Director Coordinator General, who looks after the concerned issue. B. officer level representative from district member administration office, c. officer level representative from office of member financial controller general, d. officer level representative from district member government prosecutor office, e. officer level representative from district member police office, f. officer of excise duty division of the member department secretary. 2. A committee, as follows, shall be constituted to destroy the excise duty sticker in stock in the Inland Revenue Office or Taxpayers Service Office that are not in the condition to be used. A. Chief Tax Officer of the concerned Inland Coordinator Revenue Office or Taxpayers Service Office. B. Officer level representative from district member removed by 4th Amendment. Added by 18th Amendment. 23. Unofficial translation, Administration Office, c. officer level representative from Office of Member Financial Controller General, d. officer level representative from District Member Government Prosecutor Office, e. officer level representative from District Member Police Office, f. excise duty officer of Inland Revenue Office member or Taxpayers Service Office Secretary. 3. The committee pursuant to Sub-Rule 1 and 2 shall destroy the excise duty sticker remaining in the Department, Inland Revenue Office or Taxpayers Service Office that are not in the condition to be used as per the procedure issued by the Department. 31. 32. House to stay for excise duty employee. The enterprise shall arrange for a furnished house or room within the premises of the enterprise for accommodation of the excise duty employee appointed for that enterprise. 33. Place to store prepared goods. 1. The licensee shall store the goods produced in a go-down within the place of production. Except in cases of the goods to be removed under the self-removal system, the key of one lock of the go-down shall be kept by representative of the licensee and the key of the other lock shall be kept by the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer. 2. It shall be the responsibility of the licensee to safely keep the excisable goods stored in the go-down pursuant to Sub-Rule 1. In cases where such excisable goods are lost or damaged due to fire or theft or any other reason, Government of Nepal shall not be responsible for such loss or damage. Removed by 9th Amendment. Amended by 6th Amendment. 24. Unofficial translation. 3. All the excisable goods within the place of production shall be under full supervision of the excise duty officer. No raw material, semi-finished or finished, final, substances relating to the excisable goods shall be taken out of the place of production without approval of the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer. In the case of the goods to be removed under the self-removal system, examination and certification of the books and accounts by the excise duty officer or the employee deputed by such officer shall be sufficient. 34. Recovery rate, Pratilabdhi, of production. 1. Licensee producing rectified spirit or ENA from molasses, shall produce at least 20 liters of rectified spirit or 19 liters ENA of a minimum strength of 66 op from per quintal of molasses in each month's production processing, and licensee producing anhydrous alcohol shall produce at least 19 liters of ethanol of a minimum strength of 72 p from per quintal of molasses in each month's production processing. 2. Licensee producing rectified spirit or E.N.A from food grains, shall produce at least 40 liters of rectified spirit or 38 liters of ENA of a minimum strength of 66 op from per quintal of food grains falling under the Harmonized System Code 10.06 in each month's production processing, and shall produce at least 37 liters of rectified spirit or 35.15 liters of ENA of a minimum strength of 66 op from per quintal of food grains other than those falling under Harmonized System Code 10.06 in each month's production processing. 3. Licensee shall produce minimum of 95 liters of E.N.A from 100 liters of rectified spirit produced from any goods. 4. Licensee producing wine from fruits shall produce wine proportionately at the rate of 1.5 liters of wine with 12% alcoholic content from per kg fruits in each month's production processing. Amended by 20th Amendment. 25. Unofficial translation. 5. Any person intending to produce rectified spirit or E.N.A from substances other than those mentioned in sub-rule 1, 2, and 3, shall file an application to the department in the format as prescribed by the department. 6. If any application is received pursuant to sub-rule 5, department shall set the output recovery, per tilabdi, rate on the basis of the raw materials used for producing rectified spirit or ENA. 7. While producing the rectified spirit, ENA, or wine, if the production is less than the rate prescribed under this rule, the licensee shall file an application, stating proper and adequate reasons for such shortfall, to the excise duty officer for approval. 8. If the excise duty officer, upon examination of the application received pursuant to sub-rule 7, finds proper and adequate reasons for reduced production on the basis of nature and quality of raw materials used for the production of rectified spirit, ENA, or wine, he/she may approve the rate of production of such reduced production. 9. If the excise duty officer, upon examination pursuant to sub-rule 8, does not find proper and adequate reasons for reduced production on the basis of nature and quality of raw materials used, the excise duty officer shall inform the licensee and shall assess and recover from licensee total of the excise duty leviable on the such differential quantity as per the maximum rate on the production from such industry. 3.4a. Repealed by 15th Amendment. 5. Amended by 21 Amendment Note 1. Words modified by some Nepal Laws Amendment Act, 2063, Government of Nepal in case of His Majesty Government. 2. Words modified by 7th Amendment, Niskashan instead of Nikasi, i.e. removal instead of export. 26. Unofficial translation, 35. Alteration and amendment in the schedule. Ministry of Finance may by publishing notification in the Nepal Gazette, make alteration in or amendment to the 6 schedules other than Schedule 2. 36. Repeal and saving. 1. The excise duty rules, 2019, 1962, are hereby repealed. 2. All acts and actions done or taken under the excise duty rules, 2019, 1962, shall be deemed to have been done or taken under these rules. 27. Unofficial translation, Schedule 1, relating to Rule 3 and 5, to the Chief, Inland Revenue Office/Office of Finance Controller General. Paste a stamp of Rs 10I/we have filed this application for obtaining a license/renewing the license to carry out activities as follows, along with the following documents, details, and fee. The details and facts herein are correct as to my/our knowledge. 1. Type of the excise duty license, please put the tick mark in the type of the license you require. Type of production, import, sales, storage services, brick, others, license, new, renewal, name of transaction. 2. Name of the person/enterprise, Nepali English if person, name of husband/wife, name of father, name of grandfather/father-in-law. 3. Registration details, permanent account number, name of the office, business registration date amended by 9th Amendment. Office and location. 28. Registration number, unofficial translation, date of commencement of transaction 20, // Finance year for renewal 20, // 4. Address of main office, location, house number, block number, ward no. Toll. Metropolitan city. Submetropolitan city. Municipality. Rural municipality, district, area, telephone number, fax number, correspondence address, post box number, email. 5. Address of main place of transaction, only if different from the place of main office, location, correspondence address, house number, block number, ward no. Toll. Metropolitan city. Submetropolitan city. Municipality. Rural municipality. 29. District, area, telephone number, fax number. 4. East boundaries, unofficial translation, west post box number, email, north south. 6. Details regarding license fees/renewal fees, S name of transaction / type of fees fine and license deposited bank / office voucher no. RN if registered in the office, letter number. Date 20 / If any revenue is pending? If yes, income tax, VAT, excise duty other. 7. Managing Director / Chief Director / Executive Director, A. Name first middle Nepali English surname, B. Appointment date, D. Other identity documents, C. Nationality 30, unofficial translation, type of document identity card no. Issuing office and place date of issuance, E. Address, house no. Block no. Ward number toll metropolitan sub-metropolitan municipality rural municipality district region telephone no. Fax no. Place mailing address p.o.b no. Email, 8, for offices, applicant, signature, name, position, company seal, license has been approved for the fiscal year. License has been renewed for the fiscal year. Rs. Fees and Rs. Additional fees, fine, has been deposited by voucher number / receipt number 4, license. Submitted by, recommended by, approved by, date, 31, unofficial translation, Schedule 2, relating to Rules 3 and 5, license and renewal fee. The license fee and renewal fee of the goods and services for which license is to be obtained are as follows, SN description rate, Rs, 1. On production of liquor and ethanol, A. For enterprise producing spirit Rs 1,95,000, B. For enterprise producing beer Rs 1,95,000, C. For enterprise producing ethanol Rs 1,95,000, D. For enterprise producing wine / brandy, fruit-based, Rs 96,000, E. For production of other liquor Rs 1,95,000, F. For enterprise producing cigarette Rs 2,40,0002. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, B. On sale and distribution of liquor for hotel, restaurant, and lodge 5-star hotel 4-star hotel 3-star hotel 2-star hotel 1-star hotel tourist standard restaurant and resort selling and distributing local or foreign liquors by opening the lid of the bottles general restaurant, hotel, bar and lodge selling and distributing local liquor by opening the lid of the bottle for liquor sellers amended by 18th Amendment. 32 Rs 60,000 Rs 48,000 Rs 36,000 Rs 24,000 Rs 12,000 Rs 8,500 Rs 4,500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C, 1, 2, liquor distributor wholesaler retailers selling local and foreign liquors retail shops only selling local liquors in metropolitan, sub-metropolitan city and municipality retail shops only selling local liquors at places other than metropolitan, sub-metropolitan city and municipality departmental store for importers and exporters of liquor importers of foreign liquor and spirit. Liquor exporters, unofficial translation, Rs 36,000 Rs 24,000 Rs 12,000 Rs 8,500 Rs 4,500 Rs 24,000 Rs 48,000 Rs 6,003. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, on imports and purchase, sell and production of other goods. Foreign cigarettes and cigar Rs 48,000 import of tobacco and tobacco products, foreign Rs 48,000 tobacco chew, kaini, jarda, nash, and pan masala etc., wholesaler of pan masala, cigarette, kaini, jarda, Rs 7,200 nash, surdi, and tobacco products for production of pan masala, kaini, jarda, nash, Rs 1,20,000 surdi and tobacco products, except cigarette, for retail purchase and sale of cigarette, kaini, Rs 2,000 jarda, nash, panparag, and pan masala for import of foreign molasses, kudo, and jaggery Rs 18,000, good, for purchase sale, including export, of molasses Rs 6,000, kudo, jaggery, good, and spirit exporter of cigarette and other tobacco products Rs 6033 outside of Nepal, I. For export of excisable goods not included from, A. to, H. above but produced in the country, J. For the following industries producing sakkar, good, black sakkar, rasket using power crusher, 1. For industries using vertical roller, 10 horsepower, plus C, 2. For industries using horizontal roller, 10 horsepower, 4. In case of an enterprise other than those mentioned in Table 1, 2, and 3 above, the production license fee shall be applicable at the rate of NPR 60 rupees for fixed capital of every 1 lakh. However, such fee shall not be less than rupees 8,000 or more than rupees 48,000. 5.7 In case of wine and liquor industry based on fruits of least developed areas as listed in Schedule 10 of Industrial Enterprise Act, 2076, 2019, the fee as applicable under this act shall be less by 75%. Asterisk deleted explanation by 2.1th Amendment, unofficial translation, Rs 12,000 Rs 24,000 Rs 48,007 added by 21 Amendment 34, unofficial translation, Schedule 3 Seal, relating to Rule 4, Government of Nepal Ministry of Finance Inland Revenue Department Excise Duty License Permanent Registration Number, PAN, Photo License No. This license has been granted in reference to the application for license received pursuant to subsection 3 of Section 9 of the Excise Duty Act 2058 and Rule 4 of Excise Duty Rules 2059, for the production/purchase/sale/removal/import/storage of excisable goods or rendering of excisable service fulfilling the following terms and conditions. Enterprise receiving the license, name, address, name of director, permanent address of the director, details of the transaction, type of transaction, signature of the licensee, officer issuing the license, signature, name, position, amendment in the schedule as per the notice published in Nepal Gazette on January 23, 2014. 35. Unofficial translation, details regarding renewal of license, date FY initial license, latest renewal, current license. Please look at the back for further information. A. Terms and conditions to be complied by licensee. 1. The license shall be renewed within the month of Shrawan of each fiscal year. 2. The license shall be kept visibly in the place of transaction for everyone. B. Terms and conditions to be complied by liquor businesses. 1. Licensee of liquors other than hotel and restaurant shall only carry out transaction of liquor and tobacco products. 2. Departmental store shall arrange for a separate sales area for liquor products. 3. Removal shall be done after sticking excise duty stickers on each bottle such that it sticks to the seal and the bottle. 4. The licensee purchasing and selling liquors shall keep the invoice with them. 5. The licensee may only sell the liquors which has excise duty stickers on each bottle. 6. Person below the age of 18 cannot be involved in the act of purchasing and selling liquors. 7. Liquors cannot be sold or purchased or caused to be sold or purchased by pregnant women. 8. Liquor may only be sold and distributed from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 9. Comply with the provisions in Excise Duty Act 2058, Liquor Act 2031 and rules and directives frame under these acts. C. Terms and conditions to be complied by duty-free shops, amended by 18th Amendment. Amended by 18th Amendment. 36. Unofficial translation, 1. The bonded warehouse may only sell to person, entity, or agency having diplomatic facility. 2. The duty-free shops shall also submit the details of goods imported against bank guarantee facilities while submitting monthly returns. 3. While bringing in goods from the customs point and taking goods out of the godown for sale, the bonded warehouse shall bring in and take those goods out in presence of the excise duty officer employed at that place. D. The terms and conditions to be complied by licensee selling and distributing cigarette and tobacco products. 1. Business selling daily consumable goods shall carry out transaction of tobacco products through a section separate from the consumable products upon obtaining license. 2. The licensee purchasing and selling cigarette and tobacco products shall keep the invoice of purchasing and selling such cigarette and tobacco products. 3. The licensee shall only purchase and sell cigarettes and tobacco products which has excise duty stickers on them. 4. Person below the age of 18 cannot be involved in the act of purchasing and selling cigarettes and tobacco products. 5. Cigarettes and tobacco products cannot be sold or purchased by pregnant women. 6. Departmental store shall arrange for a separate sales area for cigarette and tobacco products. Details regarding renewal: date of renewal, fiscal year, signature of officer renewing the license, remarks added by 18th Amendment. 37. Schedule 4, relating to Rule 12, record of daily stock of production and sales, unofficial translation, date, detail of balance goods stock of previous day, daily production, total stock, sales balance, stock quantity, rate of excise duty, total excise duty, quantity, rate of excise duty, total excise duty. Remarks. 38. Unofficial translation. 39. Unofficial translation, Schedule 4A, relating to Sub-Rule 1 of Rule 6A, Government of Nepal, Ministry of Finance, Inland Revenue Department, Excise Duty. Assessment Order 2. 1. 2. Name of licensee, address of licensee, date, // 3. Permanent account number, excise duty license number. 4. Period of excise duty assessment. 5. Excise duty assessment related to section of the Act and rule of the rules. If there is any substantial evidence that the following excise duty amount of Rs. in words, is not to be paid or to be amended, please submit the same to the excise duty officer within 15 days of receiving this letter. Else deposit the amount in bank located at or in cash such that it is deposited in the Nepal government's consolidated fund within 15 days of receiving this order. Grounds for excise duty assessment, added by 9th Amendment. 40. Unofficial translation. 1. Failure to file excise duty return within the time limit. 2. Filing of incomplete or erroneous excise duty return. 3. Filing of false excise duty return. 4. Other. 5. The delay fees and fine until the date has been calculated. Excise duty officer. Period of excise duty assessment SN monthly, month, year. Additional amount delay fees fine of excise duty assessment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total computer registration, date, for offices purpose only __________________ signature of excise duty officer. 41. Unofficial translation. 2. 1, 2, Schedule 4B, related to Sub-Rule 2 of Rule 6A, Government of Nepal, Ministry of Finance, Inland Revenue Department. Final excise duty assessment order. Date, / name of licensee, address of licensee. 3. Permanent account number, excise duty license number. 4. Period of excise duty assessment. 5. Excise duty assessment related to section of the Act and rule of the rules. Upon evaluating your response, evidence, and documents submitted by you, only the following excise duty amount of Rs. in words, is to be paid. Please deposit the amount in bank located at or in cash such that it is deposited in the Nepal government's consolidated fund within 7 days from the date of receiving this order. Kindly be notified that you will be imposed with delay fees and fine, in case of failure to pay the tax within 7 days of issuance of this order. You may appeal as per the law in case of dissatisfaction on this order. Added by 9th Amendment. 42. Unofficial translation, grounds for excise duty assessment. 1. Failure to file excise duty return within the time limit. 2. Filing of incomplete or erroneous excise duty return. 3. Filing of false excise duty return. 4. Other. 5. The delay fees and fine until the date has been calculated. Period of excise duty assessment SN monthly, month, year. Additional amount delay fees fine of excise duty assessment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total Total computer registration, date, for offices purpose only underscore 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 signature of excise duty officer 43, unofficial translation, 44 Schedule 4C, relating to Clause C, of Sub-Rule 1, of Rule 13A, Purchase Book, unofficial translation, permanent account number, excise duty license number, period of purchase, month, year invoice date invoice no. Name of number of supplier total purchase price non-excise purchase excisable purchase price excise duty, Rs, excisable imports price excise duty, Rs, total, note, if the licensee is registered in VAT as well, then this account may be prepared together with the VAT purchase book. Added by 9th Amendment. 45, unofficial translation, Schedule 4D, relating to Clause C, of Sub-Rule 1, of Rule 13A, Sales Book Taxpayer Registration Number, PAN Excise Duty License Number, Period of Sales, Month, Year Invoice Date Invoice No. Name of registration buyer number of buyer total sales quantity price removal excisable sales price excise duty total, note, if the licensee is registered in VAT as well, then this account may be prepared together with the VAT sales book. Added by 9th Amendment. 46, unofficial translation, 47, unofficial translation, Schedule 4E, related to Rule 13C, for other self-removable products except tobacco-related, Government of Nepal Ministry of Finance Inland Revenue Department Excise Duty Return Year, Month 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 Please tick the applicable month. Permanent account number, excise duty license number, name. Address. Name of good or services. Excise rate. If no transaction has been carried out during this period, please insert 0 in the table below. If the transaction is less than Rs1, fill in the details by adjusting such paisa as Rs1. Transaction excise duty paid on excise duty value purchase, credit, collected on sales, debit, 1. Sales 1.1. Excisable sales 1.2. Removal/export 2. Purchase/import added by 9th Amendment. 48 2.1. Excisable purchase 2.2. Excisable import 2.3. Exempted purchase 2.4. Exempted import 3. Others 3.1. Other changes 4. Total, unofficial translation, 5. Debit credit, plus or 6. Credit to be adjusted from last month, plus or 7. Total excise duty payable, Rs, 5 to 6, 8. Excise refund claim amount, based on export, plus or 9. Used bill and documents during the period types beginning bill last bill number received bills issued bills credit note debit note total bill count I. Full name, hereby certify that the information in this excise duty return is true and complete. Signature, date. 49, unofficial translation, position. For offices purpose only computer registration date, // Excise duty officer, asterisk note, the licensee carrying out transaction of goods subject to excise duty based on quantity, shall submit the quantitative details of opening stock, production, sales, and closing stock along with this return. 50, unofficial translation, Schedule 4F, related to Rule 13C, for firms producing tobacco products and under physical control system, Government of Nepal Ministry of Finance Inland Revenue Department Excise Duty Return Year, Month 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 Permanent account number, please tick the applicable month. Excise duty license number, name. Address. Name of good or services. Excise rate. If no transaction has been carried out during this period, please insert 0 in the table below. If the transaction is less than Rs1, fill in the details by adjusting such paisa as Rs1. Transaction excise duty paid on excise duty value purchase, Credit, collected on sales, debit, 1. Sales 1.1. Excisable sales 1.2. Removal/export 2. Purchase/import 2.1. Excisable 51 purchase 2.2. Excisable import 2.3. Exempted purchase 2.4. Exempted import 3. Others 3.1. Other changes 4. Total, unofficial translation, 5. Debit credit, plus or 6. Credit to be adjusted from last month, plus or 7. Total excise duty payable, Rs, 5 to 6, 8. Excise refund claim amount, based on export, plus or 9. Used bill and documents during the period types beginning bill last bill number received bills issued bills credit note debit note total bill count I. Full name, hereby certify that the information in this excise duty return is true and complete. Signature, date. Position. 52, unofficial translation, for office's purpose only computer registration date, // Excise duty officer, * note, the licensee carrying out transaction of goods subject to excise duty based on quantity, shall submit the quantitative details of opening stock, production, sales, and closing stock along with this return. 53 page number, name and address of licensee, license number. Schedule 5, relating to Clause A, of Rule 14, details of stock of raw materials, unofficial translation, permanent account number. Date detail previous quantity total quantity taken balance of closing acquired for making good stock today cigarette/biddy signature of excise duty officer signature of owner of factory remarks 54, unofficial translation, Schedule 6, relating to Clause B, of Rule 14, daily details of consumption of crude materials and production of cigarette/quid of tobacco, biddy, page number, licensee's name and address, license number. Permanent account number. Date last tobacco remaining acquired tobacco today total consumed for today's production damaged remaining stock of tobacco quantity of cigarette/quid of tobacco, biddy, production signature of excise duty officer signature of licensee/manager remarks 55, unofficial translation, Schedule 7, relating to Clause E, of Rule 14, daily packing details licensee's name and address, license number. Permanent account number. Date last received total remaining today packet and package serial number and quantity of the package being forwarded to the go down serial number of quantity packages balance signature of stock the excise duty officer signature of licensee/manager remarks 56, unofficial translation, page number, licensee's name and address, license number. Schedule 8, relating to Clause E, of Rule 14, daily details of cigarettes in go down permanent account number. S description remaining taken to go down total symbol balance rate of signature remarks N of good stock from packaging and excise duty of excise of room number rate total duty licensee/packing number of officer manager room of released no cigarettes packages 57, unofficial translation, Schedule 9, relating to Clause F, of Rule 14 and Sub-Rule 2, of Rule 15, requisition form for removal of cigarette and quid of tobacco, biddy, licensee's name and address, license number. Fiscal year. Permanent account number. No. House number of go down and date name of cigarette/quid of tobacco, biddy, serial number of package quantity of packet, gross, package price excise duty rate excise, Rs, duty, Rs, remarks amended by 9th Amendment. 58, unofficial translation, 1. Total number of packages. 2. Quantity of goods. 3. Rate of excise duty. 4. In context of cigarette only, number of required excise duty sticker, for office's purpose representative/manager requesting removal of goods signature. Name. 1. Total excise duty amount of payable for the quantity requested to be removed has been deposited through voucher No. On, and total amount. from. Number of excise duty stickers of unit rate value of Rs. Has been deposited. Signature of excise duty inspector, date, to approval for removal of cigarette/quid of cigarettes, BIDI, has been granted on the basis of deposit as above and recommendation. Signature of excise duty officer, date, 59, unofficial translation, 60 Schedule 9, A, relating to Rule 18, Batch Control Book, unofficial translation, licensee's name and address. Season. Month. License number. Permanent account number. No. Name of brand, name/strength/quantity, date of production, batch number, serial number from to, total number of bottles. Remarks. Total note: 1. The name of each brand, UP, strength, and ml shall be serially mentioned and clearly reflected. 2. This account shall be maintained for each day. Added by 7th Amendment. 61. Unofficial translation. 62. Unofficial translation, monthly, tri-monthly, Schedule 10, half-yearly, relating to Sub-Rule 1 of Rule 22, yearly inventory of liquors/beer/wine to be given by distillery/brewery holder. Date, from to licensee's name and address, license number. Year. Month. Branch. Permanent account number. Previous closing stock of alcohol/beer/wine, prepared alcohol, total LP gallon quantity of alcohol/beer/wine sent for bottling, balance of liquor/beer/wine in stock. Rema RKS column, name of gross strain LP, name of gross strain LP N4,8, name of GRO strain LP, name of gross strain LP, alcohol/gal th gal alcohol sh gal alcohol/ssg th gal alcohol/gal ngt gal beer/on l/gal l beer/gal on beer/on h on wine on beer/on wine on wine. Wine. 63, unofficial translation, Schedule 11. Relating to Sub-Rule 1 of Rule 22, inventory of sale of liquors/beer/wine bottles and excise duty therefrom to be given by distillery/brewery holder, monthly, tri-monthly, half-yearly, yearly. Licensee's name and address, license number. Year. Month. Branch. Permanent account number. Initial stock of prepared bottles, total bottles sold, bottles, excise bottle in stock, ram beer/alcohol duty, arcs beer/new chew str beer/new chew str beer/al new chew str beer/new chew strrt beer num chew str alco mb and eng alco mb and eng cohol/mb and eng alco mb and eng at ot/alco er of and eng hol erityth hol erityth wine erityth hol tythe alcohol/bottle ityth of when being bought e mark tle ed. 64, unofficial translation, Schedule 12, relating to Rule 25. Daily account of loaf sugar, saccharine, molasses. Licensee's name and address, season. Month. License number. Permanent account number. Date, previous closing stock received, total account melted balance, rem RKS purchased from factory outside, total sackway she sack or t r chucky melt, total ed good weight savquag kht sack or weight chucky weight. 65, unofficial translation, 66 Schedule 13 relating to Sub-Rule 4 and 5 of Rule 6 and Rule 29A. Tax invoice format, invoice no, seller name, issued, address, phone number, fax number, registration number of buyer, name, address, method of payment, cash/check/draft/other transaction. Date of invoice, email, website, seller, no. Details, quantity, price per unit, total price, Rs, 37, total excise duty %/per unit, Rs, gross amount, discount, net amount, % VAT, gross total. Signature of seller added by 9th Amendment.